We're counting down the top 7 most valuable state quarter dollars ever discovered. These aren't your average coins, we're talking rare mint errors, low mintage strikes, and jaw-dropping auction prices. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just love treasure hunting, let's dive deep into the 2001 New York quarter dollar, its history, errors, values, and how certain examples have sold for thousands or even tens of thousands of dollars due to rare minting mistakes. Stick around, because we're revealing every high-value error, what to look for, and how you could turn a quarter into a payday as high as $10,000 or even $50,000. Rare error types and their huge values. 5 to 10% off-center, $50 to $150. 40 to 60% off-center, $200 to $500. Over 75% off-center with full date, $1,000 plus. Double-struck coins, $500 to $2,000 plus depending on visibility and severity. Clipped planchet errors, $100 to $500 plus. Wrong planchet errors, 2001 New York quarter on a 1-cent copper planchet equals $3,000 to $5,000 plus. 1 quarter struck on a nickel planchet sold for over $7,000. Missing clad layer, usually on one side, $250 to $1,200 plus. Double die obverse, DDO, or reverse, DDR, minor DDO, $50 to $150. Strong DDO or DDR, $1,000 to $3,000. Die breaks, cuds, and die chips. A cud near the rim, big blob of metal, can command $100 to $500. Die chips on the Statue of Liberty torch or lettering can be worth $25 to $200. Imagine finding a regular-looking quarter in your pocket that's secretly worth $5,000, $10,000, or even over $25,000. But it's true. And it all starts with one of the most common coins in circulation, the 1999 Connecticut State Quarter. Rare error types and their huge values. Let's break down the most valuable and sought-after error types found on the 1999 Connecticut Quarter, some worth thousands. Double die obverse, DDO/reverse, DDR, minor doubling, $50 to $200. Strong doubling, especially in lettering $1,000 to $3,500. Wrong planchet errors. Known Connecticut quarters were struck on dime planchets, 2.3G $3,000 to $6,000 plus. Nickel planchets, 5G up to $5,000. One was even found on a foreign copper planchet, selling for over $8,000. Off-center strikes, 10 to 20%, $100 to $300, 40 to 60%. $500 to $1,000 plus. Over 75% with full date, $2,000 plus. Missing clad layer, obverse or reverse, single-sided, $300 to $800. Dual-sided, $2,000 to $4,000. Double-struck errors, $750 to $3,000 depending on clarity. Broad strike error, no rims, $200 to $800 plus. Die chips, cracks, and cuds, a large cud chunk missing near the rim, $300 to $1,200 depending on size and location. We're talking about the legendary 2004 Wisconsin State Quarter error, a small minting mistake that turned this otherwise common coin into a 5-figure jackpot. That's right, collectors have gone absolutely wild for it. A few very special ones have gone for a jaw-dropping $35,000 to $50,000 at auction. Background of the 2004 Wisconsin Quarter. The 2004 Wisconsin State Quarter was part of the highly popular 50 State Quarters program launched by the U.S. Mint. The 2004 Wisconsin State Quarter is famous in the coin-collecting world due to a few highly publicized die variety errors, especially involving the corn husk leaf on the reverse side. These coins were minted in Denver. Low leaf variety, uncirculated, MS65 plus $1,000 to $3,000 plus. Extra leaf, high leaf variety, uncirculated, MS65 plus $1,500 to $3,500 plus. Die crack or cut errors, large die cut, piece of die breaks off $100 to $250 plus. Off-center strike, 10 to 20% off-center, $100 to $250 plus. 30% off-center, showing no date or mint mark higher, depending on visibility of features. Double die, DDR or DDO, less common, if confirmed as true double die, $100 to $500 plus depending on severity and condition. Market value. Recent auction highlights. A 2004 Wisconsin Quarter with the extra leaf low, graded MS67 by PCGS, sold for $6,000 in a 2021 Heritage auction. A 2004 extra leaf high, graded MS66, fetched nearly $4,000 at auction. A super high-end specimen, graded MS67 with full strike and luster, reached a staggering $10,200. Unconfirmed private sales in pristine condition are rumored to have changed hands for $35,000 to $50,000, especially in the peak years after discovery, when demand and mystery were at their highest. Trophy condition is everything. As with all coins, grade and condition matter enormously. Here's a quick breakdown of what you might expect in various conditions. Circulated extra leaf quarter, VF to EF $800 to $1,500. Uncirculated, MS60 to MS64 $1,500 to $3,500. High mint state, MS65 to MS67 $4,000 to $10,000 plus. Top pop/finest known, $25,000 to $50,000 plus. While the standard 2000 P South Carolina quarter is common, errors and varieties can make some examples valuable, worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Fire notable errors and their values. Off-center strike error, $100 to $500 plus depending on how dramatic the misalignment is. Double die obverse, DDO, or reverse, DDR, $150 to $1,000 plus if certified by PCGS or NGC. Broad strike error, $50 to $200 plus. Clipped planchet, $75 to $250 plus. Wrong planchet strike, e.g. struck on a dime or foreign coin planchet, can exceed $1,000 to $5,000 plus, especially if the coin is still readable and authenticated. The 1999 P Delaware State Quarter Dollar, featuring its rare errors, historical background, and how certain coins have sold for $1,000, $5,000, or even over $15,000 due to minting mistakes. It includes an exciting hook to capture your viewers right from the beginning. We're talking about off-center strikes, double dies, clad layer errors, and even wrong planchet strikes, coins that have sold for thousands at auction. So don't blink, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to spot a rare Delaware quarter that could change your life. Let's get started. Double die obverse/reverse, DDO/DDR. Minor doubling, $100 to $500. Strong doubling, $2,000 to $4,000. Wrong planchet errors, dime planchet, 2.3G $3,000 to $6,000. Copper penny planchet, can exceed $7,000. Off-center strikes, 10 to 20%. $150 to $300, 40 to 60%, $800 to $1,200, 75% plus off-center with full date, $2,500 plus. Missing clad layer, missing clad on reverse, $500 to $1,200. Missing on both sides, $2,500 to $3,500. Broad strike error, $200 to $750 depending on condition. Double struck quarters, mild second strike, $600. Strong, rotated second strike, $2,000 plus. Die breaks, die chips, and cuds, large cuds or cracks can bring $300 to $800 based on size. What if I told you that a quarter you spent on gum this morning could be worth thousands of dollars today? I'm talking about the 2000 P Virginia State Quarter, a coin so common that over 626 million were minted, yet among them lie the rarest of errors, selling for anywhere from $1,000 to $15,000 or more. Top 7 error types and their values. Below are the most sought-after errors for the 2000 P Virginia Quarter, with ballpark values based on certified auction sales, off-center strikes, 5 to 20% misalignment, $200 to $500, 40 to 60%, date intact $600 to $1,500, 75% plus with full date, $2,000 to $3,000 plus. Double die obverse/reverse, minor doubling on United States of America, $500 to $1,200. Strong doubling on ships or Sic Semper Tyrannis, $2,000 to $5,000 plus. Wrong planchet errors, dime planchet, 2.27G $3,500 to $8,000. Nickel planchet, 5G $5,000 to $10,000. Foreign copper planchet, can exceed $15,000. Missing clad layer, obverse only, $300 to $700. Reverse only, $400 to $1,200. Double strike, light second impression, $500 to $1,200. Heavy overlap with rotation, $2,000 to $4,000. Broad strike, typical broad strike, $150 to $400. Extreme, smooth broad strike, $500 to $800. Die breaks and cuds, small die chip, $100 to $300. Large, cud, near rim, $500 to $1,000 plus. Mind-blowing fact, the highest recorded sale of a 2000 P Virginia quarter on a foreign copper planchet surpassed $15,000 in a private sale, making it one of the most valuable modern state quarter errors ever discovered. What if I told you that the quarter you used to pay for your morning coffee could secretly be worth $1,000, $5,000, or even $20,000 plus. It may sound impossible, but the 1999 Pennsylvania State Quarter has done just that for lucky collectors. Face with monocle, over 636 million of these quarters were minted in Philadelphia, but hidden among them are rare error varieties that have shattered price records at major auctions. From insane off-center strikes to quarters minted on the wrong metal planchet, these anomalies are modern numismatic gold. Top 7 error types and their values. Below are the most sought-after error varieties on the 1999 Pennsylvania Quarter, with approximate values drawn from recent auction records. Off-center strikes, 10 to 20% off-center, $200 to $500, 40 to 60%, with full date $800 to $2,000, 75% plus off-center, $3,000 to $4,000 plus. Double die obverse/reverse, minor doubling on United States or horses, $500 to $1,500. Strong doubling on Virtue, Liberty, and Independence, $2,500 to $6,000 plus. Wrong planchet errors, dime planchet, 2.27G $4,000 to $8,000. Nickel planchet, 5G $6,000 to $12,000. Foreign planchet, e.g. copper coin blanks can exceed $20,000. Missing clad layer, obverse only, $300 to $700. Reverse only, $500 to $1,500. Double strike, light second impression, $600 to $1,500. Heavy rotated second strike, $2,500 to $5,000. Broad strike, typical, $150 to $400. Extreme rimless spread, $500 to $1,000. Die breaks and cuds, small die chip, $100 to $300. Large cud near rim, $500 to $1,200 plus. Magnifying glass tilted left.